Okay, great. So we start with the meditation. We would not do any complicated ones. We will just deep inhale, deep exhale, long straight spine. Think of grounding with the exhale and growing with the inhale. Okay. So just keep your eyes closed. Lengthen the spine, and let's start. After the next exhale, gently open your eyes, and we start by lying down on our back. Once you're done, join the feet together on the floor and let the knees open up on either side. Just feel the weight of the knees. Do not push it down towards the floor. Keep everything relaxed. Try to bring your attention to the points in the lower back, which are not particularly in contact with the floor. Also a natural curve just behind your neck. Try to feel the tension just where your hips are. And then with the help of the hands, lift the knees up. So really bring them up close together once again. Once you have that, then cross the left leg over the right. Just the ankle on the ground, not the entire leg. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Once you have that, with your left hand, push the left thigh away. So straighten the left hand as much as you can. Your palm pushing against the inner thigh of your left hand. It won't be a lot of stretch, just a little bit, but that's enough. And while you're in that pose, see if you can bring your attention to your lower back once again and see if you're still the whole of the lower back in contact with the floor, or maybe the left side is a little bit more in contact. And then lower the legs exactly the way they are to your right. So your left foot is flat on the floor while the left knee is sticking up towards the ceiling. You can turn your head to your left if you want, just for a very light twist. Now see if you can straighten the left leg to the right. So really straighten it out. This will be just a tiny bit more twist than before. Then keeping the left leg straight, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling and bring the right knee up. So now you should have your right knee bent, left foot on the floor, and the left leg straight, left foot up towards the ceiling. Now with the inhale, flex the toe. So your left foot, flex it, pull it towards you. And as you exhale, point the toe. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. Last one, inhale, flex, exhale, point. Keep the leg up there for a couple more breaths. And then keeping the legs exactly the way they are, with the next inhale, push the hips up a tiny bit above the floor. And as you exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, push the hips up. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, push the hips up. Exhale, hips down. Two more. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. The last one. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Bend the left knee. Lower the left foot down to the floor. And then cross the right ankle just above the left knee. We'll do all that on the other side. Right hand goes to the inner thigh of your right leg and straighten the right hand as much as you can. Start opening the hips a tiny bit. Once again, bring your attention to your lower back and see how this time the right side of your lower back is closer to the floor than the left. And then keeping the legs exactly the way they are, lower both the legs to your left. So your right foot is flat on the floor with knee pointed up. And the left leg is lying down on the floor. You can turn your head to your right. And then straighten the right leg to your left. Slightly deeper twist. And with the next inhale, bring the right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the left knee bent. With the next inhale, flex the feet. As you exhale, point the foot. Inhale, flex the right foot. Exhale, point the right foot. Last one, inhale, flex the right foot. Exhale, point the left foot. And then with the next inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Two more. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Last one, inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Bend the right knee, lower the right foot to the floor, and then bring both the knees close to the chest. And just rotate the knees a tiny bit in any direction you prefer. Reverse the direction. And then round the spine so you can start swinging back and forth along your spine. And when you're ready, Come to tabletop position. I'll turn around so I can see you guys properly. So we start in a tabletop, and then we'll start with some cat-cows. So with the inhale, arch the back, sink the belly, sink the chest, look up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, push the floor. Inhale, sink the belly, sink the chest, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Keep repeating a few more times. Two more of these. After the next exhale, come to neutral spine. Spread the fingers wide, press the palms deep into the floor, tuck your feet to the back, and push back to down dog. Walk your legs a little bit. Stretch the ankles, stretch the backs of the calves, the hamstrings. Start mobilizing the hips a little bit. Do whatever feels good. Take a few moments just to do that. And then very slowly start walking to the front of the mat. Keep both the knees a little bent. Keep the upper body hanging. Grab your opposite elbows if you want. You can swing from side to side. Start mobilizing the hips. And let go of the elbows and very slowly roll up to standing. Start with a couple of sun salutations. Front of the mat, join the big toes together, heels slightly wide apart. Lift the toes up, spread the toes wide. Maintain the arch in the middle of the feet, lift it up while lowering the toes down. Make sure the arch is still lifted up, and there's a huge engagement just where your arches are. Press the thighs back, a little micro bend in the knees, tilt the pelvis forward, shoulders back and down, lift your chest up. Ready. Your next inhale, raise the hands up, join the palms, squeeze the triceps. As you exhale, go all the way down, try to hinge from the hips. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat spine, shoulders back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back to plank. Lower all the way down. Try to keep the elbows close to the body, lead with the chest. Tops of the feet on the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. The next inhale, step forward with the left foot followed by the right. Join the big toes together. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat spine, shoulders back. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, come up to standing, hands above the head, join the palms, squeeze the triceps. Exhale, bring the palms in front of the chest. Inhale, raise the hands up again, join the palms. Exhale, fold forward, hinge from the hips. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat spine, shoulders back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back to plank, lower down to the floor, lead with the chest, elbows close to the body. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Try to keep the spine long and straight, neck neutral to the spine. The next exhale, step forward with the right foot followed by the left. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat spine, shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up to standing, hands above the head, join the palms, squeeze the triceps. Exhale, bring the palms up into the chest. Do the next inhale, bend the knees, measure the distance with your fingertips, lock the knees at that angle and lift your upper body up. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Inhale, rise up halfway, flat spine, shoulders back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back to plank, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot forward, left foot flat. Inhale to warrior one. Lift your hands up, square the hips, heel of the front foot, heel of the back foot in the same line. Front knee above the front ankle. The next exhale, lower the hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Lower down to the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. The next inhale, raise the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Right foot flat. Inhale to warrior one on this side. Keep the hips squared. Front knee above the front ankle. Front heel and the back heel are on the same line. Keep pushing the outer side of the back foot deep into the floor. Focus on your breath. The next exhale, hands on the floor. Step back to plank. Lower down halfway or all the way to the floor. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. With the next inhale, raise the right leg up to the sky. Bend the right knee, and as you exhale, bring the right knee to your right elbow. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Keep the back heel high. Inhale to crescent. Keep the front knee above the front ankle. Keep pushing the back heel towards the back of the room. Sink the hips down while at the same time lifting up from your chest, crown of the head. One last breath there. And with the exhale, shift your weight forward and come to warrior three. Keep the hips square to the floor. Find your balance. Last breath. And with the exhale, bring the left foot next to the right, bend the knees, and as you inhale, rise up to chair pose. Tilt the pelvis a tiny bit forward, join the knees together. Gently bring the palms in front of the chest. One deep inhale, and as you exhale, twist to the right as a prayer pose. So your left elbow is pressing against the right knee. Your knees are on the same level. Press the palms against each other to get a deeper twist. If you want, you can look up towards the ceiling. Gently look down towards the floor. Open the palms and your left fingertips lightly on the floor and your right fingertips towards the ceiling. Shift your weight to your right foot. So lift the left foot up and send it to the back. And with the next exhale, lower both the palms onto the floor. Step back to plank. Lower down to the floor. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to child's pose. Tuck your feet to the back and push back to downward facing dog. With the next inhale, raise the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Exhale to left knee to your right elbow. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward. And with the next inhale, bring your hands up and your upper body up to crescent lunge. Front knee above the front ankle. Keep pushing the back heel towards the back of the room. Sink the hips down. Lift up from your chest to the crown of the head. With the next exhale, shift your weight to the front foot and we'll go to warrior three. Keep the hips squared. Find your balance. One last breath. Lower the right foot next to your left. Join the big toes together and bring the palms in front of the chest. Tilt the pelvis forward a little bit. Deep inhale. As you exhale, twist to your left. Right triceps pressing against the outside of the left knee. Press the palms. Keep the knees on the same level and twist to your left. If you want, you can look up. Gently look down towards the floor. Open the palms so your right fingertips are on the outside of the left foot. Left hand goes up towards the ceiling. Shift your weight to your left foot and very slowly send the right foot to the back. And with the exhale, lower both the palms down on the floor. Step back to plank, lower down to the floor. Inhale to cobra, exhale to child's pose. With the next exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Look in between the hands, bend your knees a little bit, and then hop forward to a wide squat. So your feet should be on either side of the hands. And you join the palms together. Press the elbows against the knees, press the palms against each other. Have a long straight spine as much as you can. Sink the hips down, lift up from the crown of the head. Few more breaths just to settle down in that pose. And then very slowly lower the butt down onto the floor. So you just sit down. Once you're down, now we will basically get into our peak poses. I'll give you two variations. One of them will be the baby grasshopper and the other one will be the real grasshopper. So all of us will try to do as much of the baby grasshopper as we can. And then if any of you are interested, we can also do the big mother grasshopper. Okay, good. All right. So for the baby grasshopper, extend the left leg forward. And then you basically take the right foot on the outside of the left knee. And then you shift your weight to the side of your left hip. So I kind of just rotated myself a little bit. The right foot, I would point it a little bit diagonally. It's not completely straight, it's not completely sideways, but a little bit diagonally at an angle, right? Once I have that, then my left hand is flat on the floor, fingers spread nicely wide to get me the biggest support that I can. And then my right shoulder, I'll really scoot down to take it as lower from the right knee as possible. So really come down, and then I'll extend the right hand forward. I can grab my shin, I can grab my foot, I can grab my big toe. Doesn't matter which one. So just grab whatever is accessible to you. Once you have that, then you need to shift your weight to your right foot. So what I will do is I basically start leaning forward until my entire butt, my entire left leg is off the floor. So everything should be floating. And then you lower down. Okay? So give it a try. If you've already done it with me, that's fine. Do it once again. So everybody should try it twice. Make sure you turn that right foot because that's important. And relax. Once you're done, just straighten both the legs, shake the hips, shake the legs a little bit, and then we'll do it on the other side. So I'll just turn around. You can be in the same side. Just take the side where you could actually see me while you're still doing it, right? If you need to turn around, just go ahead and turn around. Okay? So we start with the right leg straight, left leg bent. We bring the left foot on the outside of the right knee, right hand on the floor, and then I shift my weight to the side of the right hip. Then I rotate my left foot so it points diagonally a little bit on that side. Once you have that, then you basically lower your left shoulder down. It should be below your left knee as much as possible. And then extend the left hand. You can grab your shin, your ankle, your foot, big toes, doesn't really matter. Once you have that, you need to position your right hand a little bit just slightly ahead of your hips because you'll be leaning forward, right? So that hand needs to be able to support you. Spread the fingers really wide, and then when you're ready, start shifting your weight to your left foot to lift up completely from the floor. Remember, it's not necessary for you to grab the foot. You can also do the same thing just by grabbing your ankle or the shin. It doesn't really matter. So whatever is accessible to you. Nice. Great. So straighten your legs, shake your hips, shake the legs a little bit. Great. So now, if anyone is interested to do the big grasshopper, I'll just take you through it. If you find it too tricky or difficult to follow, no need to do it because you've already done your workout for today, right? So I'll show the big grasshopper to you. It's just a challenge. If you're interested, you can do it. So for the big grasshopper, we start by standing. And once we're standing, what we do is we take the left knee, and I'll bend it so that the ankle is just above my right knee over there, right? So once I have that, then what I'll do is I'll twist to my right. So I'm basically turning my upper body to the right. And then I'll lower my palms down to the floor. When I lower my palms down, watch what happens to that foot. That foot basically is flat just above my elbow on my left hand, right? So it basically presses against my elbow, my triceps there. So once again, here, when I go down, yes, there you go. And my left palm is flat on the floor. Then I shift my weight a little bit to the side. When I do that, both of my hands are flat on the floor. Once I'm there, I could walk the left foot a little bit away from you so I have more weight on my hands. And when I'm ready, I basically look forward and start bending my elbows and then fly. Okay, so this one, the trick is all about how to bring that leg up your triceps and keeping it there. Because the biggest problem here would be your foot, so your left foot here, will slide off your elbow. And the way to prevent that is basically to create a shelf here for your foot as quickly as possible. The moment you bend the elbows and you create a shelter, if it's straight, it'll slide down, that's obvious. But if you bend it, it'll create a platform for your foot. And that's what is important here, okay? So let's give it a try. Let's bend the left knee. Bring the left ankle just above the right knee, okay? Once we have that, then we twist a little bit to our right, lower the hands to the floor just to get a bit of a support for now. And make sure your left foot is flat against your left triceps. And then once you're in that position, spread the fingers wide and lean on your hand. So you need to shift your weight to your hand a little bit in order to fall on your palms. Once you're in that position, start walking the left foot a little bit away from you. So you have more weight on your palms. And then start bending the elbows at this point of time, bringing your chest closer to the floor until your right foot floats up, and you could straighten the right foot if you want. I know it's a tricky one. It's a pretty advanced pose. But as far as you can go, just give it a try. Try to feel how your weight gets shifted to your hands. Try it on both the sides, I would say, because usually you probably find one side is easier than the other.
I cannot even bend with the leg.
What is it?
I cannot even bend.
Show me, what are you doing? You need to bend the elbow, bend the knees so you could go down. Don't try to keep the knees straight. Bend both the knees so you could go down to the floor. Great, guys. Once you have tried on both the sides, next thing that you do is you basically sit in a Vajrasana, so this position. I will work a little bit on our wrist because this is a lot of stress on our wrist. So what we will do is we'll place the palms in the same level as your hips are. Okay, so flat on the floor. You may need to crunch in a little bit, so I'll turn sideways so you can see me. In order for my palms to touch the floor, I need to round my spine a little bit. So I rounded my spine, but it's important that my elbows are straight. Elbows are dead straight, although my spine is slightly rounded. Okay, but my entire palm needs to be on the floor. Okay, and once you have that, keeping the elbow dead straight, I will start leaning forward without bending the arm at all. And the more I do that, the more I feel the stretch on my wrist. Keep pushing the whole palm into the floor and keep those elbows straight. And with the next inhale, slowly come up. And this time, you would flip the hand so the top of the palm is on the floor and in the same level as your knees are this time. Okay, so not on your hips level, same level as your knees are, right? And then really push the whole top of the palms onto the floor, and then start rounding the spine. So basically pulling your upper body backwards. And as you do that, you would feel the stretch on the top of the wrist. Okay, now gently lift the hands up, shake the wrist a little bit. And then let's lie down on our back. We'll do a little bit of hip openers. Once you're on our back, bring the legs up. We go to happy baby. So grab the outside of the feet with the two hands. Make sure the 2 feet are not close together. Try to open the feet up as much as you can. So create distance between the 2 feet. And once you have that, see if you can pull the lower back down towards the floor. And pull the knees down towards the floor at the same time. Don't let the lower back come up. Pull the shoulders backwards as well. If you want, you can start swinging from side to side a little bit, so just shift your weight a little bit to the right side of the spine and then to the left side of the spine. Keep it controlled, don't go too much, then you'll not be able to come back. And then let go of the legs, lower both the feet down onto the floor. Push the hips up to come to a bridge. Squeeze the shoulders at the back, so no part of your spine is on the floor. You should be either on the fleshy part of your shoulders or your upper back. If you want, you can interlace the fingers behind you. Squeeze the shoulders together, push the hips high. You focus on your breath. Very slowly start lowering the spine down. Take your time. Lower one vertebra at a time, all the way down to the floor. Once you're all the way down, then cross the right thigh over the left. You can eagle the legs if you want, so lock it again, if it allows you. Then slide your hip a little bit to the right. Hands on either side, face to your right, and then very slowly lower the knees to your left. Try to keep the right shoulder on the floor as you do that. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Every exhale takes you deeper into the pose. Just make sure your right shoulder stays on the floor. With the next inhale, slowly bring the knees up. Untangle the legs. Bring the hip to the center. Cross the left leg over the right. Eagle the legs if you can. Slide the hips a little bit to the left. Face to your left. And then with the exhale, lower the knees to the right, keeping the left shoulder on the floor. Use your exhales to get deeper into the pose. Next inhale, slowly bring the knees up. Take the legs apart. Bring the hip to the center. Place the feet as wide as the mats are. And swing the knees to the left and the right a few times. And the next time the knees are to the right, stay there. Lift the right ankle on top of the left knee and push the left hip down away from you, not towards the floor, but away from your shoulders. You turn your face towards your left. Feel the stretch on the left side of your waist. Then lower the right foot down to the floor. Swing the knees to the left. Lift the left ankle on top of the right knee and push the right knee and the right hips away from your shoulder. Face to your right. Feel the stretch just above your right hip, right waist. Lower the left ankle down, bring the knees up, bring the hip to the center, then bring the knees close to the chest. Make yourself small, give yourself a nice tight hug, hold yourself, tighten your muscles, just for a few breaths, and release. Let's go to Shavasana. Straighten your legs, feet slightly away from each other. Squeeze the shoulders to the back, arms to the side of the body, palms facing up. Soften your breath, soften your muscles. Especially pay attention to softening your face. Every exhale, get heavier, deeper into Shavasana. Slowly deepen your breath and start moving your fingers and toes a little bit. Take your hands overhead and do a long stretch. Bring the knees up slightly and roll to one side. And then very slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Join the palms in front of the chest, lower the chin. Namaste. Thank you very much, guys. Well done.